back to DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. Please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back to DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty. So today getting into the latest and greatest announcements from Forex Shark. We're referencing the developments. We still don't have an announcement on the launch date, but there is some super bullish news that was released and it caused a current price pump that's still kind of going on. And I'm gonna give you some alpha in this video on how it relates to kind of the future of Drip, because yeah, I think it's super exciting, and I don't want to just go over the details of the scratch information that was released. You can find other YouTubers have already read through this and whatnot. This is pinned in the Forex Shark calls, so I'm not going to go over this, but instead I'm going to go into some numbers because that's all I really care about. And before I go into the numbers, I'm going to show you what we're using. So we're going to be using these numbers that are in here, and then I'm going to show you how that can affect the Drip price and why the scratchies are bullish for the Drip ecosystem. I know there's some naysayers on the sidelines that think this is not innovative or not bullish, or it's easy to do or whatever. I've heard a bunch of different negative things about it, but I think people don't understand how innovative this is and what it can mean for the system as a whole. So first off, let's take a look at the chart, right? So Forex, oops, that's not the chart. This chart, the native DEX. Forex released his a message last night for me around 10 p.m. I think it was. And basically from that, we saw a pump in the chart. So this came out this one right here around, it said 11 p.m. right? So I'm going to tie all this together so it makes sense to you guys. So I'm not going to be reading this announcement, but it's basically about scratchies. But around 11 p.m. and we can see that basically since then the price has shot up, right? So this just shows you the amount of capital sitting on the sidelines of people waiting for announcements. So I've mentioned that multiple times in my other videos. We currently have a lot of people on the sidelines buying in, things of that nature. Jamie Passive Income released a video saying Forex messed up his entry. He was going to get in at 450, and then all of a sudden the announcement came up and the price is shot to 510 or something like that. So there are huge whales sitting on the side with capital, but that's just the money in the system, right? So we know there's 105 players, and specifically unique people, it's less than this because we know multiple people each person has more than one wallet. Not each person, but a lot have more than one wallet. So there's probably like 50, 60, 70,000 unique people in the system. But the point being, you can see that with just the people in the system and the people that know about Drip, the insiders, if you will, that they can cause this 40% price pump just from a announcement from Forex about things moving forward. So this is going to tie into where Drip can go, so stay tuned. I'm going to tie all this together so you can see how it's affected the price. Let's look at what that did for the actual token supply, because it's in all markets, it's supply and demand dynamics, right? So we want to see what exactly happened to the token supply and how that affects the price of Drip. I didn't realize it takes this long, even though it was loaded. Man, when you're streaming a video and you got a slow computer, this is horrible. So this is the Drip contract balance. Yeah, circulating supply. The supply of Drip on the native DEX, right? So we had up here 317,000, and then we dropped down to 273,000. So this means that that primary pump came all from people buying on the native DEX. So there was a small arbitrage opportunity from PancakeSwap to the native DEX if you were able to buy and sell between there, but that's why it's good to have these both, because then people can arbitrage and kind of get PancakeSwap and the native DEX balanced out. So we dropped about 44,000 tokens out of the system when people purchased in, and that caused about a 40% pump. And then we can look at the tax wallet, and you'll see pretty much that all those tokens got put right back into the Drip faucet. So they're not sitting in wallets. That's what the tax wallet shows us when it comes up. Again, apologize guys for the delay, but I'll show this all to you on an Excel spreadsheet where it'll make more sense, but just want you guys to understand where these numbers come from so you can kind of see it for yourself. So this is the contract balance of the tax wallet. So you saw here we were sitting around 1,000, 3,000, and then the tax wallet went up 44,000 tokens basically. So that's good. So now we have more tokens in the tax wallet to pay out, which means we won't have to mint for a little while. And if we continue to get this pump, so if we get an announcement date coming soon in this AMA that might be coming up, then we'll see this tax wallet continue to increase because people are going to be buying in and putting those tokens to work in the faucet. That's the good news. So let's take a look at this chart that I came up with and show you guys what I'm speculating here. So this is right now what we have in the system, 105,000 drippers. Current BNB price is $25, and the scratch off ticket is 25 bucks based off that price. So there's a 0.1 BNB and a 0.3 BNB. So that's what this would cost. So what I decided to speculate on is, let's just say every single person, and remember I already told you guys that we don't have 105,000 individual people, but it was just an easy number to use because you'll see how that ties together with the other stuff later. So if every single person decided to purchase the level 1 ticket, and there's no reason why people wouldn't try to buy this in the beginning, because that will give you some incentive, because people like to gamble. And at least with this, you're gambling with the percent or chance to win the big prize, or at least win your money back, and or again to stake it and get a percentage of the staking pool. So this, if every one of us, or 105,000 people, bought the level 1 ticket, that'd be $2.6 million. The prize pool is 50% of that. That's in the white light paper. So, and of that, 15% will go to buybacks. So that would be 63,000 drip tokens that will be purchased and put into the tax wallet. So we already saw what 44,000 tokens did. So 63,000 is going to have a much bigger impact. And again, that's if everyone bought, right? And then this is the difference if everybody bought the ticket too. So everybody spent $75. So just to show you the amount of money that can come flooding in from a protocol like this. And again, this is only with people internal to Drip. As Ray from Bartertown Conglomerate mentioned, once with this NFT model, we reach an entire different class of people. And I'm going to show you that coming really quick after this. So basically what I did is I looked at the price pump, what happened, what the balance was of the tax vault, and came up with basically like for every 10% is left 11,000 depreciation of the balance basically. So I could come up with these numbers over here on the side. But before we get to those numbers, let's take a look at how this plays into the bigger Drip ecosystem. So you've seen me bring up vidIQ multiple times before. Here's the Drip network with almost 400,000 search volume. Which is really good. It's keeping us trending. It's doing a great job for the people in the network. But let's take a look at what NFT actually is, right? So competition-wise, it's medium, but there's nearly 10 times as much search volume for just NFT. And with more people searching for it, that's obviously more eyeballs, right? Well, let's take a look at some of the top influencers in the space. So I follow this guy, and he's actually one of the ones that got me into crypto. Has great information, very unbiased, covers a lot of things, goes super in depth. Started with like traditional, I think like drop shipping and investing and all this stuff. But anyway, look at this, almost 1 million subscribers, right? So 10% of his subscribers would be almost everybody that we have in Drip. Let's take a look at another one, right? NFTverse. 148,000 subscribers, and he's pretty much all about NFTs, this guy. Alex Becker, 1.3 million. Again, 10% of his subscribers is all of our people we have in Drip. And another one, NFTs Guide, 755,000 subscribers. These are just a few, guys. And these aren't exclusive NFTs channels. Some of them are. Like NFTs Guide is definitely all about NFTs, but Alex Becker and Max Maher, they cover a lot of other information related to crypto. But the point being is that with this new scratchy model being an NFT, you can reach influencers like that. Not to mention that those influencers could actually use this as their own NFT. So they don't have to just promote the Drip or the dogs or the pig scratch off. They could actually make their own with their own little label and their own services or whatever the case may be. And that still goes back to buying the assets, right? So going back to this chart, so you saw from here, and I'm going conservative, you know, 10% or whatever from him is 89,000 people. From this guy, it's 14,000 people, 130,000, and then another 75,000. So I don't know, I didn't add those numbers up, but it's clearly more than the total number of people we have in the drip ecosystem. So if the ecosystem could pull in these kinds of numbers and have this amount of drip tokens transacted, and basically to decrease the circulating supply or the available supply on the native DEX, here's what we would look at. So with the 190K reduction, that would take us to a $30, I don't want to call it a stable drip price, but kind of an immediate drip price, because obviously people would be taking profits still and they can still sell, but that makes a huge difference. That's a 5x from where we're at right now, with not that difficult of an allocation into the system. Like from us, yes, the people that are currently in, maybe this is too much to ask to see everybody obviously spend another 75 bucks. But when you're talking about this being gambling in its nature, and even losing tickets have the potential to kind of earn back, then I think it's a lot better risk reward platform, and it's a lot easier for people to kind of throw money at, if you will. Because like a scratch off ticket, I know from where I'm from in the US, you see me at gas stations, and if I got some change, I'm like, yeah, $5, whatever the hell, you throw it in and you scratch it and it's done, right? So I could see this very easily being picked up. And the point being is, when you look at some of these other YouTubers, just a fraction of their audience buying into that is huge. And again, why wouldn't they, when it's verifiably trustless and randomized, and you can see the amount of money that would pour into the system just from like one YouTuber by itself. So having a $30 to hell $50 drip floor price is very, very feasible when you look at these numbers. So just wanted to show you guys that. So again, I'm not going into details on the actual scratch light paper. You can read that on multiple other channels, but just want to give you some numbers, because that's where I like to get my information from. I like to look at the numbers, give me some hopium. That way I can kind of keep myself in check of why I'm playing this long game, and look at what the future of drip can be. And as this scales, there is just infinite use cases in the NFT platform, and connecting with these like influencers and other YouTubers, and even your own projects. I'm trying to figure out how I could implement these NFT scratch offs with the health and fitness stuff that I want to do. It's on different blockchains, so I'm not sure, but I will definitely be keeping my eyes peeled, because that's an easy way to start getting some venture capital, basically, to promote a new product or service. So if you don't have the money up front, and then you can get people to buy this scratch off ticket, then you basically have liquidity to build your project, and everybody that got in is happy because you have immediate utility. We all know that right now NFTs are taking a big hit because they really didn't have any utility, and now a lot of projects are having to push towards creating utility. Disney did a huge acquisition or investment, if you will, into 6 different projects within the metaverse NFT space. So projects like NFTs that have utility are going to be the only ones that survive this bear market. You're not going to be able to just make something that looks cool with nothing tied behind it. That's why we're promoting for my project, specifically, it's health and fitness. The other stuff that comes along with NFTs is just gravy, right? So the fact that Forex's scratch off tickets, the utility is staking and winning a lottery. That's utility automatically. Everyone coming into crypto primarily is driven by the utility of making money. The other utility coming, with assets and digital ownership and all that stuff, that hasn't been proven yet. But the initial is people are coming in, especially industry capital is coming in because they're, quick money to make. So people seeing how they can make money with NFTs trustlessly and guaranteed in a randomized lottery like this is definitely going to be bullish for the entire ecosystem. So take that as you will, but I think if we can maintain this little mini pump that we got here and roll straight into an announcement, I think we'll be able to maintain this floor. So the 450 could be in for the floor. It's all up to how the announcements will be rolled out and if we can maintain this momentum. But you guys just saw how quickly the price can change. So if you were trying to time the bottom, you might have missed that opportunity because it bounced fairly quickly off of an announcement within just the group. So imagine the actual marketing and announcements coming from outside of the group. So can't stress that enough. I'm riding this till the wheels fall off. And hopefully we get this announcement and this AMA with Crypto Kings on Friday, or this week. We will see. And if it does, then yeah, I think we'll carry this trend upward. We'll still see some bouncing around as people take profits, obviously. But yeah, this is insane, guys. So all right, until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.